Have you ever used a calculator? Many of us have, and sometimes it's just not practical to not use one, right? Calculators can be used in many different ways, whether it be on a test, aiding you with problems, or blazing through homework. Many of us use calculators on an everyday basis. In my practices, I have used calculators within my math classes. I've taken many math classes over the years, and I've found that calculators are increasingly helpful in many math classes. Classes can range from basic algebra all the way to calculus, and I've shown it all. Calculators have helped me tremendously through these subjects, and that is why they are so unique and helpful. There are many different types of calculators. Calculators can come in a wide array, such as this scientific calculator, or this calculator with an LCD display. Many calculators range in what functions they provide. Calculators with an LCD display can help you graph. Some other calculators that don't have an LCD display may also pose a potential to graph. Along with this, many digital calculators are now being implemented. A largely popular one may be the calculator on your phone. Another largely popular digital calculator is the Desmos digital calculator. The Desmos digital calculator can help you calculate with ease from any device and will help you save tons of time on your assignments. After that, let's discuss the practical uses of a calculator. Calculators can be used in many different ways. One of the main uses is in the classroom. As I mentioned before, test taking. You can use a calculator for many tests as long as the teacher allows. Examples of this I can stem from my personal experience where I have used my calculator on many tests. Calculus, a class I'm taking right now, requires some problems to have a calculator. One time, recently, I forgot my calculator to my calculus class, and it made it 10 times more difficult for me to complete a problem. Because of that, I may receive partial credit on said problem. This is just one of the many ways calculators can positively impact your life. Next is the negative uses of a calculator. One of the commonly phrased terms, plug and chug, is usually used to define the method of plugging in random numbers, primarily using a calculator, to try to come to parity with the solution. Many things are wrong with this, the main one being that you do not fully understand the concept. Not fully understanding the concept can lead to severe consequences later down the road where there may be a final that doesn't allow the use of a calculator. This can lead to lower grades, or it can lead to less understanding when you go on to the next higher level courses. For example, a physics professor has stated that plug and chug is a losing battle. Many times when you plug and chug, you don't understand the information that you're plugging and chugging. In physics especially, this is a large concern as it is very complicated and in-depth. Without understanding the material that you are plugging and chugging, you won't be able to provide emphasis on problems. And in physics, emphasis is required for many problems. This professor has stated that the losing battle cannot be won by simply plugging and chugging, and emphasis and understanding of the material is very important. For me, currently taking physics, I have attempted to plug and chug, and it doesn't lead to parity. All it does is lead to setbacks. Not understanding the material can lead you to setbacks later down the road where you won't understand the higher level material that is based off that foundation. Next are some of the positive impacts of calculators. Statistics is a branch of math where calculators are used very often. This is because statistics skims over a broad range of things, including standard deviation, mean, median, mode, p-scores, z-scores. It's really endless, and to remember all of these different formulas for these various things would be an incredibly great feat, but for many it's just not reasonable. This is why modern calculators are used to provide you with a database of these functions where you plug in your case scenario. Like if you want to find the median of a certain number set, you plug in your numbers and it will find the median for you. Now, this is actually encouraged by professors as they say that calculators can come in very handy when you're doing these functions. Without calculators, these functions can take tens of minutes to complete, which isn't reasonable on a test or exam. Now let's talk about some of the everyday uses of calculators. Some of the everyday uses of calculators can stem from the calculators on your phone or the calculators that are behind your phone. Now, you may not know this, as many don't, but calculators are behind the processes of many things. When you compute an action on your cell phone, the calculators behind it give you a response back. So if you press an app on your phone, calculators behind the scenes will allow certain functions to run and that app to load up on your phone. And that is just one of the many ways you are using it implicitly. In conclusion, calculators are very useful as they are unique and they help you in many different ways. Using them explicitly or implicitly will help you in everyday life completing functions that may be harder without calculators. Calculators also provide you a great range of opportunity in which you can create answers to your problems very quickly, saving time and saving effort. Therefore, calculators are one of the most helpful inventions in the world, and they have caused an overall betterment to the world.